So the purpose of the union is to look out for the worker. So they're going to negotiate good pay scale, good benefits, good retirement. But one of the things we've discovered is that the best way to look out for the worker is to look out for the customer. So if we can produce a higher standard of work, then our contractors get more repeat business. If our contractors get more repeat business, our guys stay employed and we can justify a higher rate. The other thing is we do make more than if we weren't in the union, but ideally we should be more productive and we should get it right the first time more often.
So IBEW 347 is an organization that represents local electricians in the central Iowa area for the purposes of bargaining for wages, benefits, and acting as a hiring hall to connect our electricians with local contractors that are associated with Local 347 to find places to work.
So I've been a member of 347 for 31 years now. I started my apprenticeship after I'd been discharged from the Air Force, did some electronics in there, and this seemed to be a good fit. I've done it. Went through an apprenticeship, turned out after 5 years, was given a set of prints and started working on a little project in a mall. Throughout the next 17 years, I worked on progressively more difficult projects, from restaurants to did some work at the women's prison out there. I've done crews as small as me by myself running a service truck to running a crew of 30 people on a job site, and then your role changes from the guy who's installing this stuff to the manager of that project.
So as an electrician, we have a wide variety of tasks that we might do. It varies quite a bit day to day. So you might be pulling wire or installing some of the devices, electrical devices that are used in businesses and homes. That might be what you expect. But some other things we do, as an apprentice especially, you're going to be might be digging trenches or, working in tight spaces. You're going to be inside, outside, in places without heat and air conditioning because it hasn't been installed yet. You're going to be cleaning up the job site so that everything stays neat and orderly. You're going to be unloading trucks and bringing in materials throughout the day, just whenever that stuff gets there. But just in general, every day is going to be different. It's going to be day to day.
Started out as a CW, stands for Construction Wireman. Gave me about 9 months of experience on the field before I decided to take the aptitude test and go into the apprenticeship program. And now I have 1 more year until that.
So what, so you were working non-union before then?
No.
Or you were working union?
Union, yeah.
So you kind of have always been living the union worker life?
Yes. It runs in my family. My dad's union. A lot of my relatives are union as well.
Nice. So you've mentioned a few of these already. This kind of overlaps after a little while, but what are some of the most rewarding benefits of being part of a union in general or this union specifically?
Just union in general. It's all equal. It's all the same. No matter if you're a woman, color, or any kind of different aspect. They don't judge you. I do love the fact that everybody has a voice.
I think the most rewarding parts for myself are going to be the retirement and healthcare benefits. I mean, that is something that is pretty much unmatched as far as I've seen for other careers. So as an electrician, you're definitely going to be able to retire working for the union with a lot of money in the bank, and you're going to be secure, basically. But more on a day-to-day level, I would say that it's very rewarding to work on a project from beginning to end, and that could be weeks or months, and you are working hard every day, you're making sure that you do everything right so that when it gets turned over to the customer and it's done, you've made something that is going to be enjoyed and utilized by the community that you're in for years to come. So there's something really rewarding in thinking about like that, something that you're adding to the community like that.
I think the thing that I underestimated the most was kind of the brotherhood aspect of it. Because you get in, I don't have anybody in my family before me that was a member of any union that I know of, let alone one of the trades. And so I got in the union and everybody's like, brother this, brother that, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. I was just here because I wanted to make good money. But there have been a couple instances where I saw someone had a real problem and everybody came together to help that person.
So to join the union, if you are not already an electrician, a licensed electrician, you're going to have to go through the apprenticeship. Okay, it's one of the ways. So you're going to come into the apprenticeship. You can do it online. You can apply online. There are some basic requirements. You have to be 18 to start working on a construction site. You're going to have a high school diploma, GED, or HiSET, and during your high school career or college career, you're going to have completed 1 year of algebra with a passing grade. You also need a valid driver's license because even though you can Uber, there may be times on a job site when you have to drive the company truck or you may have to move during the day. So a valid driver's license is that.